Looks like we are live, ladies and gents. Whoa, we live. Get this right. Okay, there we go. There we go. It's always a struggle. Always a struggle. Hope everybody is doing well here in the sunny mid-Atlantic. It's got Scott V. What's up, dude? Sunny mid-Atlantic here, low humidity. I'd say it's probably about 78 degrees. Nice little breeze, just picturesque. Feels like fall's gonna be creeping up on us here soon. Feels like fall's gonna be creeping up. KD, what's good, man? My Line Ghost, what's good? Mo digging it. What's good, Rags? What's up, dude? Chad, D to the power 13, same in the ATL area. Oh, man, this is the weather, man. I stepped outside this morning. I said, woo. It feels good out here. Feels quite nice. Hopefully the weather keeps up this way. You think it'll keep up this way? I don't know. Wanted to hop on here and chit chat with you guys. I don't know about y'all, man, but I'm getting kind of tired of the censorship that we're seeing on all these social media platforms. I use Facebook primarily to Facebook is a meme harvester, so I harvest memes on Facebook. And they got that whole update that they did a while back, and you see like a controversial post, and you go underneath and you check it out, and they have something called, it's like sort by most relevant. You guys know what I'm talking about? Sort by most relevant. So they have some AI, some machine that goes through, scans and analyzes the post, and then you have to take multiple actions to be able to show a comment that somebody made that Facebook may or may not agree with. If they don't agree with it, you've got to take actions to see it, and we all know that people's attention span is super low on Facebook, and there's a million things to click. They're not going to go in there and not going to see that comment. So your classical leftist liberal would say, that's not that big of a deal. You're going to get the gist. You'll get the gist of what's happening. But then it really does become a big deal, right? It becomes a big deal when you have hundreds of millions or billions of users. How many users does Facebook have? I know hundreds of millions. They have a billion users. So if you have that many users, it's like, how many posts are censored? How many posts are censored from one person's eyes using the platform daily? How many times? And then let's say that at any given time, 20% of your user base is logged in. I don't know how many active users they have, but let's say 20% on a daily basis has interaction. And how many comments are hidden from those people's eyes? And you start to quantify that out, and you start to quantify that out over months and annually, 5 years, 10 years. And then you start to see that this is a big problem. I like listening to the Glenn Beck program because he brings on professionals. He brings on people that are really experts in their fields. And he's got a podcast on Apple. And that podcast has been taken down. And when he clicked the link to say, to find out the details of why this podcast was removed from the Apple podcast scene, it doesn't give an explanation. Sorry, there's a chopper. We got a chopper overhead. So you and I both know that in the world of Apple podcasting, there are the absolute depths of depravity, the absolute depths of violence, the absolute depths of profanity. And these people are allowed to carry on business as usual every single day. They don't get banned. They don't get removed. But then you have somebody like Glenn Beck, whose ideas are dangerous. And big tech has the ability to censor these people. Just like that. Boom. So it's kind of a difficult situation to think about here. When you have a service that's so big, does it become a public utility at that point? You know, does Spotify become a public utility? Does Facebook or Twitter, X, I think everybody's going to call it X, just like I always call the Redskins the Redskins. So if this is a utility, and if so many people are using it for legitimate reasons, communication, telephone's regulated by the FCC and others. Is it wrong for these people to deplatform with no legal reason whatsoever? And you're going to have people that make the argument as well, it's private. It's private, RAGS. They can do whatever they want. If somebody else wants to create competition and grow this thing, they can. Which makes sense, but then you have the other issue. Who controls the internet? Who controls what you see on a day-to-day basis? Which Google results are buried 200,000 pages back? I did a porch stream, I think it was on Saturday or Friday, last Saturday or Friday. And I said, give it about a week or two, about 2 weeks. And that dude who, the ginger who wrote the song that blew up, lyrics had great points that resonated with everybody. So give it about a week or two, and he's going to be turned into a racist. It's already started. He's already been politicized. If you go to Wikipedia, and you look the guy up, don't forget what his name is. And I'll actually give you my honest opinion on it in a second. Go to his Wikipedia page, and they're already putting in there that this song basically propagates the right-wing agenda. And it talks about high taxation. Taxation is theft. And then he lists like 3 or 4 quote-unquote right-wing talking points, and then they're now connecting him to the right wing. Then it's going to be far right wing, and then it's because he's a white and a male in America and poor, he's going to be racist. It's happening. You guys know it happens. Don't doubt me on this. It already is what it is. Now, I'll also tell you this about the guy. The actual song, I don't know, man. I don't know why that resonated with people so much. Like, I get why it resonated with people, but I don't know why it was a smash hit. I typically feel like I'm a pretty good judge of why something was successful or wasn't successful, to be quite honest here. And it was good, don't get me wrong. The backdrop was cool. People loved it. But I'm like, I've seen a lot cooler stuff not go viral. It could be it, yeah. Church of Universal Oneness, maybe because he shows a kind of pain that many are feeling, and that could be the case. People, maybe that song, it's perfect place at the perfect time, and that song pops up. You get a couple big accounts to push it out. It goes viral. I saw that he had a show. Tickets went up. Tickets were sold out in 3 minutes for that show. Yeah, Crypto Ulox is right place, right time. Magnus, what's up? Garden, Ease and Chill, what's good? Truth is dangerous to these scum. Hey, good people. Gunnerboat 37, KD, Sam I Am, Giddy Up Rags. How's the hex tree? Hex tree's good. Y'all want to see a hex tree? Got a Tonka truck next to the hex tree. There it is. Hex tree's good. They say like the first 2 years of that type of tree, it basically doesn't grow much. It's just growing underneath the ground, setting the foundation. And then year 3, it'll start sprouting up. If you guys didn't know, wait, is that a caterpillar web? Oh. I think we got caterpillar webs. That's not good. What sick and sadistic thing can I do to that caterpillar web? Like some hydrogen peroxide? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Firecrackers. Don't hurt the tree, Rags. Oh. Come on now. There it goes. All right. Sam I Am in the house. Michael A. Gunner Boat, what's up, man? What's good? Hexy Quinn in the house. Richard Liberation, what's up, brother? Facebook is trash. I get on once a week to check on my family and friends I don't see anymore. I posted on Twitter, I think. No, I posted on Facebook. Like a month ago. I said Facebook is the graveyard of relationships. I think I said friendships. The graveyard of friendships. It's kind of sad. Anthony Munoz says, Unc, how do you feel about the Trump-Georgia situation? I've talked about how I feel with politics these days. And it's not the same, guys. It's not the same as what has happened in the modern era of politics. I realize that there's always resets, things start over, but things are going to get really weird. I believe that things are going to get weird. Because here's the problem. This is why Jesus teaches to turn the other cheek here. Now bear with me. I know some of you guys insta disagree with me here, but just here's the reason. It's the whole thing where you got a neighbor, right? And the neighbor go out on the front porch. They're eating an apple. They get done with the apple, except for the stem, and they chuck it in your backyard. Okay? Might be drunk or something. They eat the apple, they're done. They don't want to eat the seeds and the cyanide. Yeah, academaciated. Old Testament teaches an eye for an eye. That's true. I think this also dovetails. So drunk guy eats apple, throws a stem in the yard. You wake up the next day and you go in the backyard and you're one of those psychos that go out and prune every single morning. You go out with a magnifying glass and like Fisker's children's scissors, and you're on all fours and you're snipping your hedges and pulling weeds every morning, and you notice this thing and it really pisses you off. Okay? So then what do? Well, you mow your lawn, and then you take the blower and you blow all, instead of packaging up the clippings from the lawn, you blow all the clippings into the neighbor's yard. Okay, so you just slightly escalated it. So it goes from here to here. Okay. Well, then the drunk neighbor wakes up. He's got a hangover, and it's like 3 or 4 days later, and he wakes up and he drank the night before, and he sees that you blew those tractor clippings in there. Well, he's not too happy about that. Okay? So what's he do? Well, he's a real psycho, and he decides that he's going to put antifreeze out, and maybe your cat will come by and lick it up, because antifreeze is sweet. Cat comes by, you notice that there's a strange dish on his back porch, and you haven't seen it before. You go out in the back deck sometimes, you smoke a cigarette, do what you gotta do. Maybe you're playing with the kids, you see that dish, and you see your cat drinking out of it, and suddenly over the next 2 or 3 weeks, your cat has kidney failure. And you notice your neighbor's acting a little bit crazy. So you come out and you confront your neighbor, you say, hey, doctor says my cat was drinking antifreeze and he died of kidney failure. What was that bowl out back that my cat kept coming over and drinking for 2 or 3 days? And he kind of smirks. And he walks away. So now you're convinced. Now you're convinced he killed your cat. Well, that stinks. So what do? You get drunk one night. You gotta fire back. You gotta volley back. So you take peroxide and Clorox and you open up his gas tank while he's sleeping at about 1 a.m. and you dump a bunch of peroxide and Clorox in his gas tank. Then it takes a couple weeks. Massive amounts of oxidation. Bad things happen. The car rots from the inside out and he's going 75 miles an hour on the interstate one day. Catastrophic failure. Runs off the road. Slams into a tree. Come to find out, when they took a look at the car, the reason, they noticed that all the insides of his car are oxidized, rust out in a really, really short amount of time. And they say, well, somebody did this. And then he realized it was you. Then once he gets better, he gets out of the hospital. He takes a revolver and he shoots you straight in the chest. Okay? So now you're dead. Why are you dead? It's because he threw an apple in your backyard. He threw an apple. You're dead because he threw an apple. So the original question is, Rags, what do you think about this whole Trump thing in Georgia? And all these people get indicted. Humans play this game and they take it all the way to the end until there's enough pain where both sides stop. And sometimes that game doesn't stop for a very long time. And it's one-upsmanship. I don't think Jesus was teaching people to be punks. I think Jesus used those parables, and Jesus taught, and his disciples taught people to be very aware of the pride of man. And one-upsmanship can do really, 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 really bad things. Now, an eye for an eye, I think that's more along the lines of a crime that's committed. This is non-crime stuff that turns into a crime, I think. I think it more accurately describes those processes. So here's the reason I'm saying all this is because Trump becomes the nominee and 70-some million people vote. Let's say Trump loses. They got 91 charges on Trump now. Everybody on Twitter is excited. All the leftists are excited and stoked. They're going to put him in jail. Nobody trusts the government anyway. It can turn ugly. It can turn ugly real quick. And here's the problem. The vocal minority, they cause trouble all the time. So they jab their jaws. And you get to a point where you just don't listen to them anymore because nothing, they don't, it's not the end of the world. I'll give you two examples. Let's say Hurricane Katrina comes through and there's oil spills in the Gulf, and they say the Gulf is going to be destroyed for decades and decades and decades, unusable. People won't be on the beaches, blah, blah, and they're yelling and screaming. Guess what? Nature cleans it up. All right. Well, what other examples do we have here? Affirmative action is paused. Okay? Roe v. Wade's overturned. And what do they say? Doom and gloom, the whole world's coming to an end, blah, 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 blah. We carry on as usual. This is why I'm telling people to use your common sense and use your observation skills and just watch what's going on around you. And if somebody's telling you something, observe and see if it happens. If it doesn't happen, then you can start to make a tally mark. Who's right, who's wrong? Here's the problem, though. The problem is the non-vocal majority has a breaking point. It's had a breaking point in every single society. And they put up with a lot because they just want to go do their job, do their work, get on with their life. Some people want to drink a 24-pack at night and just wake up and do it again every single day till they die, not cause any problems. Some people want to make sure their kids are squared away, AJ squared away, good to go. So they work for their kids. They're focused on that. Everything they do is focused on that. But every person has their breaking point. The vocal majority has their breaking point. And it can turn bad really, really quick. That is the unfortunate truth. Now, I happen to think, and I've made this claim before, that they want to do everything possible to provoke the majority out there so they can then use their federal powers to destroy the common citizen. I think it's a trap. Government is really big right now, folks. They have all the power to destroy you in any way that they want to destroy you. And I think that's proliferated with social media as well. Because all of the primary social media websites, most of them, all the news agencies, they're just propagandist arms for the federal government. I'm talking to Crypto Bitlaw the other day. We're on Twitter Spaces, and if you guys are familiar with critical race theory and critical theory, where did that start? Where was that injected? That was started and that was injected into the law system of America 50 years ago. 50, 60 years ago. And it's taken hold. It's taken root. I'll use the word metastasize. It's done that today. It's done that over time. And if you have universities educating young minds, you have, in non-acute studies of field, so you have the social sciences, And then you have universities and law schools teaching critical theory and critical race theory. Okay, so manipulate the strong arm of the law. If you do that, then you can shape society in such a way that you see fit. I think that they're doing it under the promise that it's going to make society better, but that's the lie that they're being told, and it's ultimately going to cause so many problems. And then you even have medicine was absolutely compromised. You know, when you hear what do you hear the term? This is a done deal. When talking about science, done deal, or this is a closed case. There's no debating this science here. Whenever you hear that, red flag go up, big time. It's not good. It's not good. And I don't want it. I don't want it for this country. I do not. Crypto Compassion was good. Academaciated's here. Hex Force One, what's up? Sam says, I definitely lost friends on Facebook in 2020. Oh, yeah. Don't sleep on Vivek Ramaswamy. Could be a real dark horse candidate. Kinetics. What's up, dude? I just go ask the neighbor, not just throw stuff in my front yard. Kinetic says, hey, Chad, I'm following Vivek real close right now. He's my guy if he can get on the ninth ballot. Steak and Bake JDB, what's good? All because people don't know how to respectfully engage with each other. Now imagine all of that escalation, but on a level where there's unlimited resources and unlimited hate and contempt for the other side. That's what you got in politics. What do y'all think's going to happen when Donald Trump pardons himself? Oh, he can't pardon himself. Oh, he can't? Has it been done before? No. What if he does it? Guys, I'm telling you, this is the type of weird stuff. Magnus says, we're so divided, nobody cares anymore. Most of us are not divided. That's the illusion. Most of us are not divided. George Taco, yo, what's up, George? Use your Second Amendment, end this farce once and for all. Talk about PDI and Atropa theories. Say RH created them. I took one look. I read that whole tweet by whoever shared that. Read the whole thing. I think it sounds crazy. That doesn't mean that it won't do crazy things. I'm certainly not touching it at all. Zero. Certainly not at this point. It's still a meme coin in my mind. Black Knight, what's up? Ty Bull, what's good, Rags? Good to see you, man. Black Knight says, art of the deal, baby. Exactly, illusion. Good day, Rags and crew. Clintrons, what is good? Sam says, dinner time. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Spread some love. Sam, have a delicious... Well, I'm going to be nice. I'll be nice this go around, Sam. Sam Kemp in the house. Listen to Tucker Carlson's interview with RFK Jr. today. Most revealing political interview in my lifetime, which goes way back. Tucker's hitting him out of the park lately, isn't he? I guess he had the Tate brothers on. He had Ice Cube on. RFK Jr. What is up? Big B, what's up, Rat? Yo, what's up, man? I started talking about pizza, then everyone started talking about salad, and I feel like I just want to talk about monster trucks. Mike, Joey, don't we all? Don't we all? Guys wanted to hop on here, say hello. I was going to stream today. I had some stuff lined up. Didn't work out, but I wanted to hop on the porch here. And for some reason, man, you guys love this damn porch. I stopped porch streaming, and all you talked about was the porch. QC Organics, yep. Question, what will be the difference if Richard takes a plea deal versus win against the SEC? What will be the difference for the future? It's hard to tell. From all the questions that I've asked lawyers, there doesn't seem to be any damages that could be awarded to Richard, to the actual project, to Hex, or Pulse Chain or Pulse X. Doesn't seem that way. Obviously, it would make the price go through the damn roof. It would provide massive amounts of clarity for Hex. It's just a huge boon for Hex. Well, what's the other thing? The other thing here is, well, Richard strikes a plea deal. It all depends on... It depends on what the plea deal looks like, right? That's what it depends on. I mean, are they going to make him stop participating in any cryptocurrency activity as part of the plea deal, but the project lives on with the green light? Is that what they're going to do? You know, this is a little bit different because they're indicating that there was fraud involved. He defrauded his investors by misappropriating $12 million. And the defendants are Richard Hart, Hex, Pulse Chain, Pulse X. Are they going to enjoin those? Are they going to create permanent injunctions on those? I don't know. It all depends on the plea deal. But I think we just need to slow down. Slow. Richard will not settle. He might pay a fine and move on. The Pulse Chain blockchain will build and grow in the next 3 years. Lawsuit will be 2 years in the making. Yeah, probably about 2 years. Are you touring with Million Pulse? I will be in Hot Atlanta, and I will be in Charlotte. I will be in those two places. In fact, my September is absolutely slammed. I don't have a damn day off in September. I'm going to be all over the place. Double down on 11 says, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 zeros and a 1. What? Chad D to the power 13 might come hang with you in ATL, Rags. All right, guys, take me to all meat buffet. Let's turn it up, man. Let's turn it up. $8 billion people, 150,000 wallets on Pulse Chain. What is that? 0.00001% of the world's population hold pulse chain. I think we've got some room for growth, don't you guys? I think it's 4 zeros and a 1. Somebody check my math on that. Hexy Quinn, she thinks she's slick. Got my Charlotte ticket, see you then. Good stuff, Billy Boy Crypto. Hey, Rags haters, here's your opportunity. Go buy a ticket. Okay, you can do what Richard did with Craig Wright. Buy a ticket. We get the Q&A session. Stand up and grill me in front of everybody. And watch me run off stage like a little biatch. You can do it. It's your shot. Take it. I don't know why you laughing so much, Quinn. Oh, all me. Oh, that's why. Okay, got it. Freaking Methuselah, God, man, this murder cricket over here, whatever it is, cicada. I can't even hear myself think. What's that chunk butt doing? Just hanging? Y'all want to see the little one? Let's see the little one. Just hand her to me. Yeah. Come here, chunker. Who's that? Who is that? What are you looking at? Isn't that wild? Huh? Little baby girl. Little baby girl? Who is that? See, my world is weird.
There's a smile. Smile for the world.
She's in discovery mode. Chunk butt, I know, man. Dang Michelin baby. She's gonna eat them little Michelin thighs. Little baby Rags. Y'all saw that ginge? She's coming up. She got a little ginge on her. She ain't developed that soul yet. That soul's coming. It's coming. Girl gingers got souls. Girl gingers got souls. So y'all know your mom's a girl ginger? Yeah, man. So Walker and Texas Ranger, cats, otherwise known as Smoking Lucas. Texas Ranger decided he wanted to go outside and he wanted to get the full exposure. He wanted to get the full experience of the outside. And that cat comes back, dude. He had lip tumors. His legs were tore up with some type of skin disease. He had made a little hole in the bush that he was just sleeping in every day. He looked at us like we were damn strangers. He went at, dude. The cat turned feral. We bought him feral. We civilized him, and then he turned back feral. And I took him to the doctor, man. I was like, there's no way this cat is going to survive any longer.
He's right here.
And he's right there. And he's getting better. It's wild.
He won't leave the house now. That's as far as he's ever come.
I know. He's hanging out in that house. Staying in that house. All right. We got 53 people watching. It's about that time. We're going to shut this thing down. I'm going to go inside and drink me a nice sugar-free Lipton lemonade. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from all over the world, my name is Rags Riches. As always, hold on, we got filters? Look at this. Woo hoo hoo. Y'all want to get Rickrolled? Here you go. Rickrolled. Sugar-free Black Knight. You know that's right. I don't drink none of that sugar water yellow or sugar water purple or sugar water red. I don't play with that stuff, man. You know that. Jesus wept. You're dumb. Oh, shucky ducky. No sugar, aspartame. Yeah, all right, here comes all the aspartame people. Rags, you're going to kill yourself. All right, yeah, aspartame. No sugar. Or one of those toses, which gets metabolized by most of the same pathways that regular sugar gets metabolized, but I don't really care. I think it doesn't cause you to gain weight, it don't seem like. I've grown accustomed. Get some of that cat meat. Fatten that cat up. Oh God, Rags. Don't be hating on me about that. I know y'all eat Chinese food. Wife says she's a cutie, and I'm out here talking about eating cats. Oh shoot! Sorry, I messed that up for your wife. She's an adorable little thing, little baby, little fat chunk. She's an easy kid too. Easy kid. Black and white. She cries. She wants food. Otherwise, she's chilling and smiling and talking, yapping. All right, guys, I'm out for real. Be good.